Have you ever wondered what it's like to go to Watches and Wonders?
In this What You Wearing special, we'll be giving you a taste of what it's like to go to Watches and Wonders for the first time.
This is Watches and Wonders Virgins.
Reborn, because we actually went last year. The main show is at the Palexpo Exhibition Center, which is close to the airport, but we would recommend to stay around the city, near the Beau Rivage Hotel or in the Old Town.
First things first, time to get plastered.
Cheers, boys.
Hey look, we made a new friend, Paul Godefroy, a local street photographer. Make sure you follow his Instagram, Paul_GDFY.
You can't come to Switzerland and not buy a watch.
So that's exactly what we did.
We all picked up a swatch and had a boozy rest of the afternoon with our new friend Paul.
During the week, there are countless events around town. And one such event was a brunch hosted by top independent watchmakers Uberk and Recep B.
There's a bar in the middle of Old Town called Alham Bar. So let's go in.
What an amazing start to the week. How often do you get to see so many Uberks and Acrivias in one sitting? Have you heard of the Madhouse? Do you know what it is?
So today we're going to be visiting the Madhouse. This is MBNF's atelier. It's in this area called Carouge, but they've basically taken this derelict old house and converted it into their workshop. So it'll be nice to meet MBNF and the team. Let's see what watches they have.
And who's this funny guy? This is Cedric, who's nice enough to show us around this beautiful house where they make MBNF watches.
This is the main workshop where the magic happens, assembling new watches as well as servicing old watches as they come in.
I would love to work in this house. The natural lighting is so nice.
I'm getting pretty hangry. It's time to check out some local cuisine.
Another must-do thing in Switzerland is eating fondue. So we went to our local joint, Auberge de Saviès.
How do you actually eat fondue?
So you stick your fork in the bread,
Okay.
and then you just dip it in, and voila, there you go.
And then you just shove it in your mouth?
Pretty much. As you do. So good.
You might have heard of cheese fondue, but have you heard of beef fondue? It's basically fried beef. You put a piece of beef and you put it in piping hot oil to cook it.
Interesting.
Just don't make the same mistake as I did by eating it with a fondue skewer, which gave me a burnt lip for the rest of the week.
Alright, we're just outside Beau Rivage. Gotta make sure check out the Leopard room. It's basically a bar full of leopards, artwork leopards, leopard print, and at the end of the day, every watchmaker collector comes over here. FP Joint Restaurant. Let's see what they have. Of course, everything's in French, only in French, nothing in English. Register your interest.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a table in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
Not only did we attend collector meetups this year, but for the first time we hosted our get-together outside of Hong Kong.
Here we have Vincent, and Vincent's going to tell us about his watch. What do you have wearing?
All right, so this is my Laurent Ferrier Gallet Square with the Borealis dial. So this dial came out, I think, in 2016. Don't take my word for it. But it was pretty much Laurent Steg. You remember? There was Laurent Steg on his early sports watch, right? He doesn't like sport at first. Now things have changed. They've come a long way. But he wanted to work with Superluminova, and the idea is that he carved in the dial with a sector dial that you see here, filled with Superluminova. And then the masterpiece in here is the micro movement within a natural escapement. And the beauty of it is that the natural escapement will have a direct impulse into the balance, giving it a very reliable chronometry. And because of that, you could also decrease the torque of the mainspring, giving better winding energy to the micromotor, which makes a very balanced movement that I love. I'm not gonna let it go anytime soon.
Well, thank you, Vincent.
You feel the same way?
Yes, I do.
All right, it's time for the main event. But first, the challenges get to the Palexpo Exhibition Center.
There are shuttle buses around town you can take, but make sure you find out where the stops are, unlike us.
Trying to find a stop, but where is it?
Wait, are you sure it's here?
I looked at the shuttle schedule, and it does say Bourevage.
The stop is not at Leopard. The stop is at Mont Blanc. I think one very important thing to remember when you go to Watches and Wonders, especially on the first day, is it takes so long to get into the actual exhibition itself. There's a long queue to get in, so we're just trying to get there early. It starts at 9.
We bumped into resident watch collector of online watch publication Pull and Pad, Gary G, who graciously enough showed us his new watch, 1967 Peterman Bidat Deadbeat Seconds.
Crazy. Well, the type of watches you see on the bus to Palexpo. So now here we are,
Finally here.
finally here at the Palexpo.
All right, so we're gonna head in. You can already see the huge crowd in front of us. This guy's still trying to get his badge. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm glad we're here kind of early. Okay, there's one over there. The mezzanine.
All right, should we just go there?
Yeah.
The mezzanine, and then we'll go, and then we need to go to where's Tudor?
All the way to
Tudor
Tudor.
is
So that's
all the way-
all the other.
okay. Right.
All right, we have 45 minutes to do that. Eat
right.
breakfast and head to Tudor.
Okay, let's go. We have Namas, Eberhard,
Yeah.
Hollands, Moselle. All right, first meal of the day at the Palexpo.
Some sustenance.
Ice cold.
Just the way you like it. Every year at the beginning of the show, people love to crowd around Rolex to see what the latest releases are. So these two are the
And these
independent or smaller brand.
Carré de Horology,
Yeah, we'll be in there.
La Place.
Time for the action, time for our first appointment.
The Black Bay.
And our next one.
And our next one,
I lost count now. Everyone is having lunch. It's gonna be so hard for us to be able to find them.
Yeah, where are we gonna get a spot?
We're gonna have to try. Remember, food is included in your access to Watches and Wonders.
but you definitely shouldn't be coming here for the food.
So we finally got our lunch.
Yeah.
See, let's have a look.
Poke bowl,
So it's what? Poke bowl,
some soup,
some soup,
desserts, and octopus salad.
octopus.
Jonathan working hard on the video.
Well, yeah, because Chris Carlos is in here. Only if Carlos is here.
All right, we have another 15 minutes.
Thank you. JLC.
Yeah, so we turn the corner.
Okay, let's go there. All right, let's
Okay.
go. All right, we are. This is Carré de Horology, where all the indies are here.
So we just finished our first day at Flexpo.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Good. I'm pretty tired because you actually get a lot of like swag.
Yeah.
And you have to like lug it back to your hotel or just carry it all day.
Yeah.
Just mostly a bunch of books, catalogs, and some nice gifts sometimes.
Well, let's grab our coats and head back to town.
Indeed.
Another collector's event was hosted by Johan of Art and Time from Monaco, where we got to meet some fellow watch lovers and some very exciting young independent watchmakers.
And more fondue.
This night we were treated with some of the most interesting things that we saw all week, starting with a special collaboration piece from Peterman Bedat and Theo Offray for Only Watch.
This is Bexay.
And some guy blowing his massive horn.
This is a man of many talents.
One of the most important and enjoyable experiences this week is the AHCI exhibition.
Every year, HCI, which is the Academy for the world's top independent watchmakers, exhibits at the Leesburg Exhibition Center, which is right in the middle of town.
These are literally the titans of the independent watchmaking scene, and I even volunteered to man the booth for my buddy Sylvain Pinot for a brief while.
Another spot you cannot miss if you're into independent watchmakers and micro brands is the classy Beau Rivage Hotel, which is in the heart of the city.
And here we get to meet with some old friends as well as some new ones.
We thought about
Yeah. Well, Sohaib from Bedat, and
Bedat, yes.
also Magnum.
and also Magnum.
All right, look who we wanted in here. Marco from Swiss Watch
What's up, man? Nice to see you again.
Yeah, good
Welcome
to
to
see you.
Geneva.
Yeah, thank you. Having a great week. So, tell us about the watches you're wearing.
I just picked up the Space One today in the carbon. So, again, this has been in production for a while. I'm happy to have it. I'm gonna change the strap now to the Deluxe, because it's a bit more thin and comfortable. And this is one of my latest watches as well that I purchased. The Moonphase One from Philippe Picolik. He's a young German watchmaker from Berlin, which made the Moonphase, and it was actually nominated for the GPAG as well, and the Louis Vuitton prize. So Unitas movement, hand decorated, the Moonphase he made himself, and also the module, you know, and all the components here in the front exposed. And it has a mini track with Arabic numerals, and the hands, like, you know, half brushed, half polished, half micro bead blasted.
Absolutely beautiful. This is the first time I'm seeing it.
Yeah, thank you
for sharing
you.
it.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
However, don't spend all your energy at once because Beau Rivage gets lively in the evening.
Besides the watches and the people, Geneva is just an absolute beauty of a city.
It's a total joy just to walk around and enjoy the scenery.
As busy as the week was, one thing that we've always felt is how the week successfully brings together all of us watch nerds.
People of different tastes and backgrounds all gathering in this scenic city to celebrate one thing that unites us all, our passion for horology.
And for us, that's what Watches and Wonders has always been about, the people. Watches are cool and all, but it's always the relationships and the memories you build along the way.
We had the time of our lives and we hope that you can join us next time.
We'll see you there next year, and if you bump into us, don't be a stranger, come say hi.